there, soul shines. It's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. And today I had to be hands-free so I could do my video for you. I have a child who has dyslexia and some other children that have some learning disabilities. So on my journey through life, I have looked for solutions to some of the problems with the brain making all the connections they have. I have a lot of processing disorders within my family. And so when somebody on Facebook posted a request for, what to do for their child that is like not being able to really remember the alphabet and things like that, I thought, let me share some information. Okay, so one thing, depending on how old you are and your abilities, is to look up Wayne Cook posture. I cannot demonstrate that. Besides the fact that I'm in my car, my knee is actually not ready to let me do that posture. If you look it up, you'll know why. And so that is one thing that helps with reading and the connections of the energy, so the energy is flowing properly for, for reading and stuff. So the Wayne Cook posture. And another one to do is cross crawls, which can't demonstrate that either. So you can look that up, but what it is, basically, you'll take your one hand and you'll touch it to the same knee for a few times. So you'll march while lifting the same hand, same knee, touching, same hand, same knee, touching. So you're going to touch your knee. And then you do that for a few. And then it's really important that you cross and you come back to where you were so that you have that crossover motion. So then you're going to cross and tap the opposite knee, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. If you watch an animal walk or a baby crawl, they'll do kind of that alternating thing, and that's important for our brain development. And so if we're having problems with brain connections, doing that crossing over thing is super powerful. That one actually has a bonus that it will help you if you're doing a lot of energy work and you can't seem to get them to stick. It seems like it just doesn't stay. Try doing that one. That one can help because it helps get your energies crossing over like they're supposed to, and then things actually stay healed like they're supposed to. So that one's super beneficial for everybody to do. And another thing is anything doing crossing eights. So figure eights, like figure eights going across your body, figure eights going, like up and down, sideways, big ones, little ones, both hands, one hand or the other, draw them with your feet, draw them up in the air, down low, doing a lot of figure eight kind of things. And then this one here, I actually had an adult that I was working with at one point in time, and he had dyslexia, and I did a video for him to show him how, and it wasn't like a great video, so I didn't keep it, but it was to show him how to do this technique, and he said it was the best thing he's ever done to help his brain. I had a friend teach me this, and it is something I notice a difference every time my child does it. Before I show you that, I want to tell you that some of these you may notice immediate results. Some of these may take a while. Sometimes it takes a few months to reprogram your energies to where it's doing what it's supposed to before it actually connects and stays connected, so that you don't have to do as much. So sometimes it takes a little longer to see the results, and some of these will get you instant results. Okay. So here's the technique. You're going to take one hand and you're going to put it at the base of your neck, right where your head and neck meet, right below the occipital bone. And so you're going to put that there, and then you're going to take your other hand and you want to have it so it's tapping on both sides of your brain. So it's tapping on both hemispheres. And you're going to tap a few times, and then you're going to tap on your heart a few times, and you're going to repeat that. And make sure you're breathing while you do it. And so you're just going to do that a few times. And now what I have to do with my son, because otherwise he will end up like re-putting it in the same place or jumping farther, I have him take the other hand and put it right over so it just ticks the next part of his brain. But you could just move it up if you want to. So I have him put his hand up here, and then we do the same thing, tapping, so that you're tapping on both sides of the brain, tapping on the heart. And you're doing that a few times. and then switch hands so that you're basically, I don't know if you can see it, you put in your hand right where the other one left. So you're basically wanting to cover your whole head by the time you're done with the process. So you're going to come up and tap on both sides, tap down low on your heart, tap up on both sides, tap down low on your heart, switch so that you're right in front. See, it's a lot easier to tell that my hands meet. And you can tap behind, because it's not a matter of where you're tapping on your head, it's where that you're getting on both hemispheres of your brain. So I'm going to tap here a few times. And I'm totally messing up my hair, isn't that awesome? And then you're going to go right in front, because you want to get your whole, everything that you can get with your brain. So I will have one more of this, and then I'll show you what comes after. Okay, and so on my forehead, it's kind of saying, hey brain, talk to each other. Both halves need to talk to each other, stimulating the whole brain, and it's connecting it to the heart. Okay, so then now that you've gone through from back to front, put your hands over the side, and this time, if you can see it, you're going to tap with your fingers like this. And then you're going to take one hand off and do this. And you can kind of imagine this hand still there. And then you're going to come back and you're going to tap with both hands. And then you're going to take the other hand and switch. Most of them I do 3. This one I do like 4 times tapping on my brain because it does both sides. I guess I could do 6. That's 3 times on each one, right? Okay. And then that actually should make you feel a lot better, a lot more easier to focus, and like your brain actually can communicate with each other. I've seriously, my son, when he was struggling with reading, I would have him do that, and all of a sudden he could read so much smoother. Because it wasn't that he didn't know the information. It is like this little boy, he learned all the letters when they were in order, but like throwing them out of order, his brain's not connecting to the information. So the information's in his brain, it's just not connecting. Doing this before you read, doing this before you learn something, this is going to help your brain stay connected. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, just some tips that you can use in your life, whether you have learning disabilities or not. Everybody gets times when they have focus issues. Everybody has times when their energies aren't doing what they're supposed to. Another one that keeps coming to mind is making sure that you are doing triple warmer smoothies, which is taking your hands and going back over your ears and down your neck a few times, like this, and then bringing that energy down into your heart. And then that, because we have, especially right now, there's so much fight or flight energy going on. And if your child or yourself is in a fight mode, it's going to be harder to learn. So we want to calm that energy down. And another way, one of my favorite ways to calm that energy down, I will actually share a little experience I had to show how fast it works. I got startled awake when somebody started doing some noisy stuff in my yard. And it like set so that my heart was racing, right? So I put my hand over my forehead like this, or you can do it like this, where you hold both sides. It's these points that are right here, kind of almost outside of where the brain, or where it curves around, just to the edges where it starts to curve, I guess you could say. And I held that for a few seconds, and my heart calmed down so fast I started falling back to sleep. So, and another one, when my children were afraid, I would tap right here, because this is the end of one end of the triple warmer meridian, which covers the fight or flight, and I would tap right here, and they would stop being afraid. So those are some things, because like I said, if you're struggling, if you have fear while you're learning, it's going to cause problems. If you have fear, it's going to put your energies out of order. Fear will also cause your energy to stop crossing over. So it's really good to calm that fear, cross your energies back over, that kind of thing. I hope this is really beneficial to you guys. I love you all so much. And remember to let your light shine big, bright, light, and beautiful. And I'll see you guys next time.